You were the impetus for me wanting even this idea that like maybe I'll start to try to interview some other jookie OGs and see what you kids are up to nowadays. You're a senior at Oberlin.
I am, yeah.
What are you studying at Oberlin?
I study creative writing and politics. I'm a double major.
I didn't really know how much you were performing. So take me there a little bit. Like when did you get into when like all kids sing, but you kept
Yeah,
singing?
it's true. So I did choir at Lane all 4 years, which is where I went to high school. And I did some school musicals my junior and my senior year.
Ah,
And this is the summer I've done the most shows for sure. I have three this summer, maybe a fourth. I think just three though.
summer series. You're at the Subterranean, and then
Yeah.
you were at
Ravenswood on Tap, which was
okay.
on last Sunday. We have another band called A Personal Day at Oberlin. And we've been performing just the two of us. I play keys and sing, and he does guitar and sings, but we now have a backing band. So it's going to be a little bit more of a deeper sound next year. And we also have an EP that should be releasing sometime in September for me and James's band, A Personal Day. So yeah.
Very cool. What's the next goal? What's the next idea?
Yeah, so I'm doing another couple of singles, which are going to be dropping soon. And then I want to do a full album next year.
I thought so. And then would that be like recording these past songs on a one piece or like an album of like full new material?
The full new material is the
Okay.
goal. Yeah.
How long does it take you to write a song generally?
I used to kind of create them a little bit quicker. I think I'm more intentional about the way I write now, especially having kind of a living, breathing discography, I can look back,
Yeah.
which changes things, that when your art is actually being put into the world and you can look back at it, it kind of can change the way you look at it. Um,
100%. You are a part of like what I've created where I look back
yeah,
and I'm
that's
like,
awesome.
portraits I've taken of you kiddos hanging in your homes that becomes part of your background that you see as you're growing up. If you can imagine, like, what if you didn't have photos of your childhood? Do you think that had any effect on you? I have curiosity to see your photos of you on your wall growing up.
Yeah, I'm sure. I was actually looking at them the other day because I don't usually stop to actually look at them. And they're all the pictures from your studio too. We have them all framed upstairs in kind of like a little diamond shape, which is really cute. I definitely think it has an impact, even if it's kind of subconscious, seeing the person you used to be and reflecting on that, or I guess the child you used to be and thinking about your inner child and what your inner child would want for you now. Like I think about that a lot as a musician, especially when I'm about to go up on stage. I think, especially if I'm feeling frustrated ever with my musical career, because it's hard to be an artist. But I try to think about my younger self and how proud little me would have been of me now, which is a little cheesy.
Cheesy is a good sign.
Yeah.
It is. I was going to say cheesy is a good sign because it is like kind of wholesome, but it's healthy. I don't know if you remember this, Ella, but your family came in to be part of a promotional video, a marketing video. So I
Oh,
have
I
like
didn't know
photos
that.
of like you or Coco are like up on your dad's shoulders. I think it's you and they're like singing along. Does that ring a bell at all?
No, I don't think my parents have ever told me that, or if they did, I forgot. But I remember that picture because
Okay.
picture of me on my dad's shoulders.
So then my next two questions that I want to ask you for us to end with, I'd love to know, I'd be curious, like what worries you at your age as a Gen Z moving
Yeah.
forward, like what worries you? And then I want us to go into what would be words of wisdom for you to give to younger kiddo, let's say someone who's 10 or 12, one of someone's who in a decade will be where you are going to be. What would be helpful for you to have heard back then that would help you even more now? And again, I think you heard so much good, like grew up in a very well regulated, healthy environment that you've already got that in you. But
Yeah.
those are the two questions I want to ask you as we end.
Yeah, good questions. I mean, definitely what worries me is the state of our country. It's scary right now, especially being queer or, so many communities are being targeted and threatened right now for no reason. And I think it's people are very fearful right now, which makes sense. Um, Especially being as into constitutional law as I am, everything that's happening is totally illegal and unconstitutional, in my view, in my opinion.
Your opinion based on what you know about constitutional, like it's based on fact,
It is based on
for the
fact.
record. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Just based on past cases and,
Yeah.
legal jargon and all of that stuff. That definitely worries me. Also, especially with technology, you kind of get this onslaught of bad news every single day. It seems you wake up and check your phone because you want to be aware of what's going on, but then everything is hard and there's all these scary things that are happening. So I think that's mainly what worries me the most.
What would you say to a kiddo half your age now, who might need some encouragement?
Well, I think honestly to just believe in yourself, which I still struggle with. I think all of us struggle with that. And trying to push through regardless of how hard it feels. Like there's always days where you think you're not talented enough or not strong enough, or maybe you're just tired, you're really tired, you want to take a break. But I think it's important to give yourself grace, but also push through those feelings. And I don't know, I like to actually think about my past selves and my future self if I'm having a hard time. If or I don't know, if I'm having a really good moment, sometimes I'll send love back to a past version of myself that I know is having a hard time. I'll pick a specific moment in time. And if I'm having a hard time, I'll kind of look to my future self and think that there's a version of me somewhere that is sending love back to the version of me that I am now, which is, I don't know, it's kind of cool. It's like time traveling in a way, I think.
Yeah, totally.
Um, I think it's just believing in yourself and also forming good friendships and connections because friends are everything. I've especially learned that from my parents and just growing up with the friends that I have and the friends that I have had. It's really important to surround yourself with people who inspire you and push you and who are honest with you. It can be hard to find that, but people who will kind of check you, you know, and yeah, I think it's just trying to be a better version of yourself every day and believing in yourself and finding people who believe in you and who you believe in as well. It would be
Yeah.
my advice. Kind of
Well,
a handful of advice.
well said though. Well said. Say you're the kid who were you 12 when you
Oh,
wrote
yeah.
this?
That was pretty little,
I
yeah.
remember when your mom's like, she's got a book. I'm like, I'm putting it in the Jookie library.
So funny.
Right. And again, like just kudos, like being a kid, being like doing the things and believing that you're gonna create a life and fulfill dreams.